Hey, welcome back to another video. So I decided that the Logitech USB webcam uh, just isn't a good final solution. The USB cable is way too long, and it also drew too much power from the Raspberry. I started having problems where time lapses weren't completing because the camera would fail halfway through the print, or it just never would load at all. Constant need to reboot the Raspberry Pi, causing all kinds of issues. So just ended up being too much of a headache, and so I decided to use the Raspberry Pi camera that I had, and this is the V2. So it's pretty simple, and it's very small and compact. And since it's the V2 model, it actually has a lot better low light performance. And in this case that I used when I originally shot the video where I upgraded my my Robo3D printer with this, I said that I didn't care about how impractical this design was because I wasn't going to use this camera, but now I'm eating my words. It actually wasn't too bad. I just slipped the Pi out, lifted up the tabs for the ribbon cable insert, slid it back in, and was able to push this ribbon cable in very gently by kind of rocking it down into place. Then I just used paper clip to push down these little tabs that are in there on either side. And you want to do that carefully just because there is some components on top of the PCB where you could potentially knock them off and render the Raspberry Pi useless. But if you're careful, you shouldn't have any problems. So yeah, so I got it connected, and I've got the Raspberry Pi is up and booted, as you can see by the red light. And so I've just got my OctoPi web interface running, and a little bit of camera reception here. And I'm just trying to find a good placement for the camera. It's got 4 holes on the PCB for the camera, so I'm thinking about just designing something that I can Velcro tape or something to basically mount the camera. So the goal is I want to be able to see the nozzle underneath the fans, which is really hard to do if you're just staring at it yourself, and with these new fan ducts that I put on. So this is crucial because if there's any kind of clogging or filament that's somehow got stuck to the nozzle and it's just printing a big blob that's attached to the nozzle, I want to be able to tell pretty quickly so they can come and fix it, or you know, whatever. And so but I also want to be able to see the print. So I think this little camera actually has a really good field of view, and I'm going to be able to get both the nozzle and the print. Maybe not 100% in focus, but it's going to, you know, it's going to suffice to allow me to see the print and make sure everything's still running okay. And so it looks like sitting right about there at a slight angle, maybe like a 25 or 15 degree angle coming out right there is what I need. And that's great because this cable is not very long. So yeah, just need to design and print something that basically can hold the camera like this, and it's going to be out of the way of the bed, and the ribbon cable, you know, shouldn't be any issue. So I'm going to go ahead and design something up and print it, and I'll cut back in and we can review you know, how it ended up turning out. Okay, so I just finished the print and design for the camera. So very simple, just a 45 degree angle. I just did one rectangle and did a angular pattern with one additional and merge them at 45 into one body, and what you see here is what you get. And I just used some pretty nice tape, thick tape, to hold the camera to this side of the bracket and the bracket to the printer itself. And yeah, overall I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of prints with it on there, some time lapses, and see how it works. Anyways, I don't even know that I'll toss this model up on Thingiverse, but if anybody is interested for the STL, maybe I'll throw it on the website, or I can send it to you somehow. Anyways, thanks for checking it out. Stay tuned for the next video.